you know, even before we actually introduce you to these guys here, I want to acknowledge one of the principal teachings in this process is Pule. Yeah, the one common thread, no matter who your kumu is, what source you came from, how much they might not even agree with each other, the one thing that they will agree on is that Pule activates the medicine. Pule is the most important aspect from even before you start to go out and gather, definitely through the gathering process, and through every step. You know, as we talked about, this is a life's work. This is a different kind of perspective than having an office job or something else, you know, because everything here is based in Pule. Everything I do is Pule. Yeah, everything is looking for hoʻailona, looking at the mahina, yeah, our moon, looking at the swells of the ocean. You know, even if I think, okay, I know I need this plant, well, I can get that plant from 5 different places. So where is the one that wants to come? So before I even leave my hale, I go Pule. Where am I going? Yeah, who wants to come? Be a part of this healing for these individuals or this individual, whatever we're dealing with, yeah? If we know the name of that person or of that ohana, we will call that out loud. We will bring ho'okupu or makana, an offering or a gift, when we go together. So we don't always come empty-handed. We might not always have like a physical mea, but we can offer our pule or an oli or, you know, something in that respect in exchange. So typically I would begin with something like that as well as ending with something like that. And then even as I gather, I would gather with my right hand or my left hand or looking a certain direction. And these things are all pertinent. These are things that, you know, our traditionally, we used to have this level of attentiveness and mindfulness. And nowadays, that's part of what's missing as well. But we look to our brothers and sisters in Polynesia that still have these things more intact, and it's very still strong in some of them. And so it's really actually neat to have those relationships also where we can learn from each other. So much of our plants is the same. And it's really neat, I found anyways, in my years of practicing, to have this exchange occur where we get to continue to learn and grow. And that's definitely true even like moku to moku. Yeah, because you could have like one kupuna in Kahaku loa who uses the noni one way, and then in Kipuhulu who is like, oh, I've never heard of that. You know, we use it like this, and it's not wrong. Yeah. Neither one of it is wrong. It's just what they were taught and what has been passed. And so I often have times people say, oh, well, do you use this for this or whatnot? I use what get. Yeah, when I need it. I use what is revealing itself because that's the whole Ailona to me. That's it saying like, hey, yeah, I like come, right? So that's my mom. So one of the things that we start off to talk about is different aspects of Pule and what that means to us, yeah, or what that looks like to us or sounds like to us. So it's a really good question because I think a lot of people are intimidated by Pule and they think that they have to pray a certain way or sound or look a certain way, and it's not about pageantry. Yeah, it's not about you know, what oli or what beautiful leo or voice you even have. Yeah, I mean, those things are wonderful if that's your gift, right? We love those things, but it's not necessary. Yeah, the most important thing is to be is to pule. Yeah, and the more we pule, the more comfortable we become with our voice, with our words, yeah? So we talk about first thoughts, and the mind is the builder, yeah? So the thoughts first come here, and we can think you know, to ourselves, and we're a lot more comfortable with that a lot of times to say it quietly, yeah? And that's okay too. We can say it quietly if that's more comfortable, and then we don't feel intimidated by, you know, anybody hearing us or judging us or making us feel a little funny. Yeah, so that's one way, is to just say it internally, say it inwardly. And then at some point, start to try to say it out loud. Because when we think and we internalize, it's still very strong. There's a lot of potency in that, for sure. Because even without letting it fly off of our mouth, it has mana. Yeah? When we lift it through our voices, my kupuna would say, let it pierce heaven. Yeah, I told you guys that. When you pule, let your words pierce heaven. We're petitioning heaven. Yeah, we're petitioning our kupuna, our aumakua, like all of these entity out there, if you will. Like, this is the way I see it. So kalamai, I don't mean to step on anybody's toes or ways of thought. That's the other thing we talk about, is we're not here to impose upon you, you know, that your way is wrong or this way is right or anything like that. We want everybody to find that for themselves, and there's ways to find balance in that. Yeah, so you know, if you were raised a certain way and they told you you should pray like that or like this, that's my kiʻi. But we're just offering you, you know, the opportunity to kind of open up your perspective to know that if it feels good to you, do it. Yeah? If something else feels good to you, do it. Pray the way you see fit. Yeah, for me, I just want to encourage you to continue to feed that connection. Yeah, feed that part of you, deepen that connection. So the more you put it out loud, whether it's like really uncomfortable and your words is all, you know, like doesn't really feel like as beautiful as when she does it, it's okay. It's your truth. It's your pule. Doesn't have to sound like what Tita sounds like if she was gonna say it or if Auntie said it, yeah? So that's what I really love to encourage, is for you to find your own pule, find your own voice. Yeah, and the more you do it, the more it comes strong in you, the less you start to question it. So it's the intention that you hold. Yeah, it's the integrity that you hold with your thoughts, and especially once you put mana and life to them through words, outwards. Yeah, so like we said, when we go to gather the medicine, we're going to ask for permission. We're going to ask to be guided. Even before that, I guess, we ask to be guided, ask for, you know, the ones that want to come. So like I said, if there is a plant that I know is in 5 different places, okay, we could go any of them. Pule. Yeah, and then listen. This work is a lot about listening and getting out of the way. Yeah, this work is not about ego or thinking you know everything. Yeah. The plants will guide you. The plants will teach you. Yeah, there's a lot of times I think I'm actually on a mission to do one thing and I'm guided to do something completely different. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm being guided. If I was so hard-headed and I had so much ego involved in what I was doing, I couldn't even hear the direction. Yeah, I couldn't even hear the guidance, right? So make sure you're listening. Yeah, and we talked about the different ways of learning. That's really important too, yeah? So quiet your mouth, yeah? Look and observe and listen, and then ask questions. Yeah, if you even have to, because usually if you have opened your eyes, opened your ears, and closed your mouth, you don't usually have questions if you just sit back and let it unfold, right? It's when our mind goes and we're like, well, what about this? And da, da, da. But just relax. Yeah, if we take those ways of learning into consideration, it all comes very effortlessly. Yeah.
Mahalo. So intention and purpose when you're on your journey in anything, you know.
Anything,
just be makoko, you know, prepare. What we do, we always, since we're more related to the farming part and the agriculture part, you know, you prep your soil, meaning you makoko everything before you even think about going out or think about planting, you know. So we encourage you folks to have that intention before you do anything. Like, oh, I want to go and try get some popolo today.
Yeah.
You know, you have it. Why? Just to pick it? Why are you actually going to make tea? Are you actually going to use it? You don't just go to pick.
Right.
You know, so there's different protocols. Is another word that some people might be
I totally use that word. Yes.
Might be uncomfortable with, you know, protocols. Oh my gosh, what protocol to use? So this is our protocol. What Kiʻi is talking about is it's a process, it's a learning process. It's having intention and purpose when you're going to do anything, anything.
Yep, everything. Anything and everything.
You
Yeah,
know,
we often use in our papa, we've used the word mindfulness and attentiveness. And so, you know, I know a lot of times in my life, myself or other people will always ask, okay, so when we gather, we gather in odd numbers. Yeah, and so people will say, and even me as a young person was like, well, why? Oh, just that's how. That's how. Yeah, oh, okay. I don't ask any more questions, yeah? But then when I'm sharing, I always have somebody that asks me, well, why? And so what I would actually add to that is it's about attentiveness. It's about mindfulness. It's about like not just go grab and whatever. If you're counting, you know, and you're actually following these various protocols and you're looking into that, then there's more mindfulness and attentiveness, yeah? And to me, integrity in the work that you're doing, if that's the case, because it's all about foundation. Yeah. But you can start small, yeah? Just pule. Yeah.
So he leo mahalo kia ia o kou pakahi a pau no ka hui ana, no ka hoʻonana pū ana me mākou, no ka hoʻokaʻaike, no ka hoʻolohe ana I ka ʻike Hawaii o kia mau kumu. Mahalo nui for all of you tuning in with us throughout these past days and really, you know, engaging in the ʻike that has been shared from all these wonderful mentor and kumu of Maui, of Hawaii. He leo mahalo keia, again, mahalo to Kaehu, again, mahalo to all the people who shared and engaged with us in our keiki and our community. And again, this is encouragement to all you folks to find that space in your own community to learn, to engage, to share, to create relationships with Aina and with people and learn more and share more in the culture, in the Aina. And I'm so happy to be able to share with you folks today and throughout these past days. So mahalo piha ia o kou pakahi a pau o wau no o Kahaku Riti Kamara. Ma ka ehu a hui hou a launa pū hou kākou I ke kahila. A hui hou.